a Russian teenager. I think that's the only teenager left, you know, left in the U.S. Open. The likes of the big boys who fought, not only the big, but the teenagers that started with the upsets and all that, they're all gone. We're left with a Russian Andrei Rublev. That's the guy, Rafael Nadal, will be playing in the semi-finals, and that's where the focus is, simply because this kid was able to defeat David Goffin 7-5, 7-6, 6-3. So Rafael Nadal knows that he needs to be very careful so that 19-year-old boy will not just send him out.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately for Nadal, he's not that type of player that underrates anyone. I mean, he basically approaches every game he plays with the same way he approaches a Grand Slam final. And contrary to what you're thinking, I don't think he's looking too far ahead to that matchup against Roger Federer. He knows he still has to, you know, play really well against Andrei Rublev, who is on a great runner from. Rublev was just 18, who was shown in this tournament that he has what it takes to beat the top guys. And judging by his win over David Goffin, I mean, that's very impressive. David Goffin, he's a very good player on the ATP tour. So for him to have won in very convincing fashion that way, it tells you something about this game. So Rafael Nadal won't be underrating Andrei Rublev in that quarterfinal matchup. Andrei Rublev, by the way, is the youngest man to reach the last 8 of the U.S. Open since Andy Roddick way back in 2001. So we have a quarterfinal matchup on our hands, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very tough one because, you know, when you have a young star like that, they're trying to break all records. I mean, if you get to semi-finals, really upset Rafael that you have to do that anyway. But then he might just become the youngest ever to get to the semi-finals.
Yeah, his confidence, his level is sky high now. So he'll be going into that game with absolute belief that he has what it takes to get into the last 4. So that's it for tennis now. Let's move on and talk. Yeah, let's talk boxing. That's where we're going next. And Anthony Joshua looks set to take on Pulev in his first, in his title defense. We remember Vladimir Klitschko retired. That's the fight everyone was waiting for, but that's no longer going to happen because the Ukrainian is retired. But Pulev looks like the guy next. Now, this guy has been around for a long time. He's 36 years old from Bulgaria. He's paid his dues, and this is got his shot now to win the heavyweight championship of the world. That's the IBF version when it takes on Anthony Joshua. And Cecilia, for me, it's not the glamorous matchup we're looking forward to, but it is what it is. He has to face what's in front of him, and I believe we will, you know, handle business. And when they eventually meet sometime in October.
October 20th, that's where it will be. So he will be fighting in Cardiff. How big will that be? Well, he said he's preparing very well.
Of course.
Preparation has been intensive and all that. So those are the things he's looking at. Intensive preparations. He had little time left, but confirming it now simply means so Anthony Joshua, will all the training he's been having, you know, for Vladimir Klitschko, so who just shift the focus to a 36-year-old man. He's older than Anthony Joshua, of course, but then how well do we really know him? I mean, like, okay,
he's decent. He's been around, like I said. I mean, when he's 36, it tells you he's been in the game for a long time. And he's a very solid fighter. Interestingly, Vladimir Klitschko was the only boxer to have beaten Pulev. So, you know, make what you want to make of that one. Pulev will be a very stiff opposition for Anthony Joshua. But Anthony Joshua, like we've seen in the past, he doesn't take prisoners. I mean, they've all come and they've all fallen. Dominic Brazil, Prince Charles, right? I don't know where Prince Charles is now. Vladimir Klitschko, arguably the biggest win of his career. That was very impressive also. So I think he'll be going into this particular fight with full of confidence that he will retain his title and move on to bigger things. Bigger things, you know.
Bigger things like,
you know them.
Well,
I know you want to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
But not now, not this year.
Yeah, but we'll see
maybe 3 or more fights, then we can say, okay, he's ready for Deontay Wilder.
I think it's the real deal.
It's the real deal,
I think it's the real deal. Okay, let's move on from boxing now. Cecilia, we're going next now.
We can't let him retire, right? Usain Bolt. Yeah, he may be retired, but then we know that he will always be in the news.
Of course.
Isn't it?
It's just that kind of personality. I mean, regardless of what he does, everything he does, makes the news. And he was in Japan. Interestingly, I mean, that's what he's been doing now. That's what he can do. I mean, you retire, he doesn't need to train, wake up in the morning.
Just facing the charity business into another.
Right. I mean, no need to wake up pitch black, 5 a.m., doing your rounds and stuff like that.
Special breakfast, special lunch, special dinner.
Right.
You don't need to eat so much and all that.
Eat whatever.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
But then you got to watch it for health-wise, you understand? But Usain Bolt, he's enjoying himself. He was in Western Japan, took part in a charity event organized to promote and protect traditional culture in Kyoto. So it's a good one for him. The fact that, we know he got a franchise with most of this big short companies and all that.
Endorsements
is everywhere. Yeah.
It's only right. It's worked hard for it. And when you've won all countless medals, both at the World Championships and at the Olympics, it's only right. All these corporate bodies want to associate with you, and it's time for him to actually enjoy the fruits of his labor. And but guess what? Everyone wants to know what exactly he wants to do.
Really, because he's not really come up. But he's come up
but
with
he's
a
been
lot of
saying
times.
stuff a lot of times.
Maybe they just don't believe him. So every time they keep asking him
they
the same
get the
questions.
opportunity to ask him. Right.
So they keep asking him, and he keeps giving them the same questions. He will maybe play football. We'll listen to him now.
My aim is to do a lot more charity work. I've always wanted to pursue a football career, so that's something that I would also like to look into. And also, maybe I'll be an analyst for track and field. But I don't know what part I'll be playing, but I want to play a big part in track and field, developing and help pushing it and promoting track and field in the future.
Usain Bolt there, promoting his charity, doing a lot of good, and also what?
Still hoping to play football. Right. It was in Manchester the other time, and it was United versus Leicester. I was there as a fan. I imagine that would have, given him extra motivation to want to lace his boots and for his beloved club.
No, he will only end up playing maybe some charity games and all
That's
that.
The best he can do.
That's the best he can do. He would have played the one at the Greenfield.
Yeah, but for the hamstring he pulled
so he couldn't play.
in London.
Right before a break now, we'll come back to basketball.